Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we help you get genuinely well-informed, kind of your shortcut through all the noise. We dig into a whole stack of sources, research, articles, you name it, and we pull out the key insights for you. Today, we are diving deep into one single, pretty wild day in Major League Baseball, August 23rd, 2025. Seriously, this Saturday had everything. We're talking dramatic walk-offs, amazing pitching performances, and just some crazy offensive explosions.
Yeah, and what's great about looking at just one day like this, August 23rd, is it's like a mini season packed into 24 hours. You really see the momentum swings, you see individual players just shining, and, well, the sheer determination teams need. So by looking closely at these games, we can actually understand the bigger themes, the stuff playing out all season long.
Right. How did this one day reveal so much? Okay, let's unpack this. We really have to start with maybe the biggest story of the day. That Pittsburgh Pirates 9-0 win over the Rockies. Rookie pitcher Mike Burrows was, well, just sensational. Perfect game through 7 innings. 7.
It was incredible. I mean, for a rookie to maintain that kind of focus, that poise, extraordinary. He wasn't just throwing, he was commanding. Hitting spots, mixing speeds, keeping hitters totally off balance. You saw that high fastball working, the slider, just nasty.
But then the decision pulled after 7 perfect innings. I remember the reaction online. Just wow.
Yeah, instant debate, right.
Yeah.
And it perfectly captures this conflict in modern baseball. You've got the chance for history, the perfect game, this iconic achievement, but then you have the team, the organization, thinking long-term, protecting their young star, managing innings.
The asset management side of things.
Exactly. It's data-driven. It's about longevity versus that one moment of glory. A calculated risk, you could say. It really shows how front offices think now, weighing that immediate thrill against, sustained success down the road.
And while Burrows was doing his thing, the Pirates' offense certainly didn't leave him hanging. They gave him plenty of support.
Oh, more than enough. They exploded. A towering grand slam, I think 3 homers in total. They were aggressive, jumped on mistakes. It really broke the game open. And, made it a rough day for Colorado.
A day to forget for the Rockies, for sure. Cold bats, some sloppy defense.
Right. So for Pittsburgh, it's more than just a win. It's like a statement. It shows they've got the talent, they can play spoiler, and it keeps them feeling like they're in the mix. Huge morale boost.
Okay, so from that dominant pitching performance, let's shift to some rivalry action. The Red Sox and Yankees played a doubleheader. And talk about contrasts. Game 1 was this incredibly tense 1-0 Boston win.
A classic pitcher's duel. Both starters were just dealing. Masterclass in command, keeping hitters guessing.
Decided by just one single hit. That felt very Red Sox-Yankees,
Absolutely. Low scoring, every pitch matters. It highlighted just how good those two aces were. Locked in a battle. Precision over power in that one.
But then Game 2 arrives, and it's like someone flipped a switch, a complete reversal.
Total opposite. The Red Sox bats, quiet in Game 1, just erupted. 12 runs.
12. A total demolition. How does that happen?
Well, it's baseball, isn't it? Especially in a rivalry. Maybe adjustments, maybe seeing a different pitcher, maybe just the emotion of it all. The Red Sox likely changed their approach, maybe got into the bullpen early, took advantage of some mistakes, patience, then aggression. And for the Yankees, well, that's just a frustrating, almost embarrassing loss after the tightness of Game 1. Shows how quickly things can unravel.
We saw another sweep in a doubleheader, too. The Toronto Blue Jays took 2 from the Miami Marlins. Game 1 sounds like it was pretty straightforward, a 5-2 win. Solid pitching, timely hitting.
Yeah, a comfortable win, got the job done efficiently.
But Game 2, that was the nail-biter. Back and forth, extra innings.
Right, a 7-6 walk-off win for Toronto. That's huge this late in the season.
Yeah.
Those kinds of wins where you have to battle, go into extras, and find a way. They build character. It shows resolve, grit. Sends a message, we don't quit. That's the stuff you need heading towards the playoffs.
Speaking of drama and grit, how about the Arizona Diamondbacks? They beat the Reds 6-5 in a walk-off. That game sounds like it was maybe the most dramatic of the day, a real roller coaster.
Absolutely. Leads changing hands multiple times. It really showed off Arizona's resilience, their never-say-die attitude. They didn't fold when they fell behind. They kept chipping away, manufacturing runs, and then, boom, the clutch hit at the end.
That veteran player delivering under pressure.
Exactly. It's about execution in those big moments.
Yeah.
And it proves that old saying, right? It's never over till it's over. mental toughness.
And that wasn't the only late-inning drama. The Nationals beat the Phillies 5-4 on the road, a ninth-inning hit to silence that Philly crowd. That takes
Oh,
guts.
yeah, especially that environment. Clutch hitting on the road is tough, shows real focus, blocking out the noise.
Then you had the Twins beating the White Sox 9-7, another wild one sounds like, back and forth, but the Twins' offense surged late for the comeback.
Right. These late comebacks, they often happen when teams exploit pitcher fatigue. Maybe find a matchup they like. It could be patience, drawing walks, or maybe jumping on first pitch fastballs they expect. The Nationals silencing the crowd, the Twins roaring back. It just underlines that willingness to fight right to the very last out, builds incredible team character.
Okay, let's switch over to the teams that just couldn't stop scoring. The Houston Astros beat the Orioles 10-7. Sounds like a slugfest.
A classic slugfest.
Mhm.
The Astros lineup, as you know, can be relentless. They scored early, kept pressure on. They have that combination of discipline but also aggression. They see a pitch they can drive. They don't miss often. Just a deep lineup, top to
A
bottom.
machine, really.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Now, Baltimore fought back, made it interesting for a bit, but the Astros bullpen managed to shut the door. So offensive power plus enough pitching to hold the lead.
Then there were the Mets. They put up 12 runs against the Braves in a 12-7 win. Just an offensive clinic.
Yeah, the Mets were an absolute juggernaut in that one.
Mhm.
When they're locked in like that, they can overwhelm anyone. They worked counts, got into the bullpen, hit for power, just systematically took apart the Braves pitching. Atlanta tried to answer, but like you said, the hole was just too deep. Really showed the Mets' ceiling offensively.
And the Tampa Bay Rays also put up double digits, beating the Cardinals 10-6. Offense was the story there, too.
With the Rays, it's often about that balanced attack. Not always one guy, but contributions from everywhere. Smart hitting, good base running, putting the ball in play consistently. They find ways to score, exploit weaknesses. Shows their depth.
All right, so we had the blowouts, the comebacks, but August 23rd also gave us some really tight strategic games, gritty wins. Like the Texas Rangers winning 4-3 over the Cleveland Guardians. Sounds like a classic tight one.
Yeah, a pitcher's duel decided by small margins. And what's fascinating here is how vital these close wins are, especially down the stretch. It comes down to maybe one key hit or a great defensive play like turning a double play or making a diving catch.
Fundamentals winning out.
It's exactly. Execution under pressure, grinding out a win against a good team. It's not always flashy, but it counts just the same.
We also saw the Detroit Tigers beat the Royals 7-5, described as scrappy, small ball, maybe playing a role.
Right, manufacturing runs, maybe moving runners over, playing situational baseball,
Yeah.
not just relying on the long ball.
And the Brewers held on to beat the Giants 5-4, a clutch win to keep their division lead. Plus, the Cubs got a big 3-2 road win against the Angels. Low scoring, good pitching on both sides.
All these tight wins, they build so much confidence. They show a team can stay composed when the pressure's on. It proves they can make the right play, get the key out, deliver the needed hit. Mental toughness again. These gritty wins forge that playoff mentality.
And then, arguably the tightest, most intense rivalry game, Padres beat the Dodgers 2-1.
Oof, yeah, those games just feel different, don't they? Every pitch matters.
Lights out pitching from both sides, but the Padres bullpen, just stellar against that Dodgers lineup.
That was huge. More than just a win, like we said before. It's a statement. The bullpen stepping up like that, shutting down maybe the best lineup in baseball in those high-leverage spots. It shows the Padres they can absolutely stand toe-to-toe with the division leaders and win with execution, not just slugging. Massive confidence builder.
And one more close one, the Mariners beat the A's 3-2, another low-scoring game decided late, crucial for Seattle's playoff chase.
Absolutely crucial. For a team like Seattle fighting for a spot, you have to win those tight ones, grind out results, especially when every game feels like must win.
So when you step back and look at the single day, August 23rd, 2025, it's kind of staggering. You had the near-perfect game, that tough managerial decision, the doubleheader drama, the walk-offs, the blowouts, the nail-biters. It really did capture so much of what makes baseball so compelling, doesn't it? The unpredictability, the individual moments, the team effort.
It really does.
Yeah.
And if you connect this to the bigger picture, these aren't just random games. They shape the narrative. Think about the Burrows decision, long-term versus short-term, the Yankees getting humbled, the Blue Jays finding that grit. These moments reveal the pressure, the resilience needed, that razor-thin line between winning and losing late in the year. They're more than just box scores. They test character, strategy, everything.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the diamond drama of that one incredible day.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe something for you to think about. After seeing this whole spectrum, dominance, collapse, comebacks, grit, all in one day, How do these individual stories, these moments of triumph and heartbreak, truly weave together to form the story of a team's whole season? And maybe, what does that teach us about balancing immediate results versus the long game in anything competitive? Something to chew on.